Good afternoon, everyone. Today we want to look into another question under partial fraction. So this is the question we are solving today. 3x squared minus 4x plus 5 divides x plus 1, x minus 3, 2x minus 1. We are to resolve this question into partial fraction. Like I said earlier before that, if you want to resolve this equation into partial fraction, you have to follow the rules that governs the partial fraction. And what are the rules that govern the partial fraction? According to the rule 1, which says that if the degree of numerator is higher or equal to the degree of denominator, firstly, we resolve into division method before we move to what? Partial fraction. But if the degree of denominator is higher than the degree of numerator, we resolve partially. So for this question now, if you look at the degree of the denominator is much higher than the degree of what? Numerator. So that means that there is no need for me to resolve into what? Division method. So I'll just resolve partially. So for this now, you can see that our denominator has been splitted. There's no need for me to factorize anything again. So that means that's what? I'll split it into 3. That's why we have it as what? A over x plus 1 plus b over x minus 3 plus c over 2x minus 1. So the next thing for me to do is to what? Is to take the LCM. Taking the LCM of the denominator, since our denominator is x plus 1, x minus 3, 2x minus 1. I will take the LCM. Reason being that I want to make this our numerator to be linear. So I will divide the value of this denominator by what I have here by the same value. So if I divide this by this, I will have 1. So 1 multiplied by 3x squared minus 4x plus 5 gives us what? 3x squared minus 4x plus 5. That's for the left hand side. Then we move to the right hand side. I would go for the a over x plus 1 first. So if I divide the denominator, which is x plus 1, x minus 3, 2x minus 1. If I divide it by x plus 1, I will be left with what? X minus 3, 2x minus 1. So x minus 3, 2x minus 1, you multiply it by a, you have what? A over x minus 3, 2x minus 1. Then I'll go for b as well. Divide the denominator by x minus 3. You'll be left with what? X plus 1, 2x minus 1. Then you go for the c as well. You divide the denominator by 2x minus 1. You'll be left with what? X plus 1, x minus 3. And that's what we have here. So the next thing for me to do is to get each of the constants. So, and if I want to get each of the constants, since I'm having was 3 constants there, that means that's what I have to eliminate 2 constants. So meaning that's what I'm eliminating b and c first. So for me to eliminate b and c, I have to make, what can I do to b to make it to be 0, and what can I do to c to make it to be 0? That's why I said taking x equals to what? Minus 1. Since I'm having plus 1 and plus 1 in b and c respectively. So that means that's what? For the left hand side now, we now have 3 equal into bracket of minus 1 all squared minus 4 into minus 1 plus 5 equals a into minus 1 minus 3 into 2 into minus 1 minus 1 plus b into minus 1 plus 1 into 2 into minus 1 minus 1 plus c into minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 minus 3. So minus 1 squared gives us what? 1. 1 plus 3 gives us what? 4. 4 plus 1 times 3 gives us 3. 3 plus 4 plus 5 equals a into bracket minus 4 minus 3 plus b into bracket 0 minus 3 plus c into bracket 0 minus 4. So since we have zeros on b and c respectively, that means our b and c will go. So that's why we have it at what? 3 plus 4 plus 5 gives us 12 equals a into bracket 12 plus b into bracket 0 plus c into bracket 0. And that gives us what? 12 equals 12a. So meaning that my a equals to what? 1. And that's how I got my a. So let's go to b now. Let me get b. For me to get b, I have to eliminate a and c. If I want to eliminate a and c, I have to find what I will put in a to make it to be 0, and what I will put in C to make it to what? 0 as well. So that's why I said taking x equals to 3. So if you take x equals to 3, whenever you see x, you put 3 there. That's why you have it as what? 3 into bracket 3 square plus minus 4 into bracket 3 plus 5 equals a into bracket 3 minus 3, 2 into bracket 3 minus 1 plus 3b into bracket 3 plus 1, 2 into bracket 3 minus 1 plus c into bracket 3 plus 1, 3 minus 3. 3 square gives us 9. 9 times 3 gives us 27. 27 minus 3 times 4 gives us 12. 27 minus 12 plus 5 equals a into bracket 0 into bracket 5 plus b into bracket 4 into bracket 5 plus c into bracket 4 into bracket 0. Automatically, my a and c will give me 0. That's why we have it as what? 20 equals a into bracket 0 plus b into bracket 20 plus c into bracket 0. So that means that what? My 20 equals to what? 20b. So meaning my b will give me what? 1. And I've gotten my b. So I want to get the value for c now. For me to get the value for c, I will have to think of what can I do to a and b to make it to be 0. That's why I said let's taking x equals to what? 1 over 2. So that means we have what? 3 into 1 over 2 all squared minus 4 into 1 over 2 plus 5 equals a into 1 over 2 minus 3, 2 into 1 over 2 minus 1 plus b into 1 over 2 plus 1, 2 into 1 over 2 minus 1 plus c into 1 over 2 plus 1, 1 over 2 minus 3. So 1 over 2 square gives us what? 1 over 4. 1 over 4 multiplied by 3 gives us 3 over 4 minus 2 divided by 4 gives us minus 2 plus 5 equals a into bracket minus 5 over 2 into bracket 0 plus b into bracket 3 over 2 into bracket 0 plus c into bracket 3 over 2 minus 5 over 2. Minus 5 plus 2 give us plus 3. 3 over 4 plus 3 give us a into bracket 0 plus b into bracket 0 plus c into bracket minus 15 over 4 after multiplying 3 over 2 minus 5 over 2. So that means that what? If you find the LCM of the left hand side, our answer will give us what? 15 over 4. Then equals minus 4 over 15 minus 15 over 4c. So that means that's what? If you calculate it very well, if you find the value of c, my c will give you what? C equals to minus 1. So I've gotten the value for a, the value for b, and the value for c. So now go back to the question which says 3x squared minus 4x plus 5 equals over x plus 1, x minus 3, 2x minus 1. So I want to introduce my constants as I've done earlier in the very first case. So my a here now will be 1. My b will be what? 1. But my c should have been minus 1. But this way, here, I should have plus here. But because of this minus sign, I'm having at the c here. That's why I said minus times plus gives us minus. And this will be our answer for the question. Please like the page, subscribe to the page. Your observation is highly welcome. May God bless every one of us. Thank you.